Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Muragwa, and I'm here representing the Banyamulenge community. It's from the DRC, even though they say that we are from Rwanda, which is actually good because we are related. We are Banyamulenge tribe, and from the Tutsi ethnic group. And the Tutsi are located in South Kivu province, which is the eastern of Congo, are called Banyamulenge, and also the Tutsi who are located in North Kivu are also called Tutsi. So we are here and we appreciate very, very much this opportunity to be able to share our story. And we thank you very much for also having this platform where many people who have experienced this can meet and be able to share their stories. I would also like to extend our gratitude to the president of Umura who have invited us here, and also to our president of our community who has given me this opportunity to be able to share this story. The Banyamulenge community, as I said, is one of many tribes located in Congo. That has been experiencing many injustices since the colonial era, and we are here in front of you to share our sorrow and also an urgency regarding the ongoing humanitarian tragedy and genocide against this tribe. As I was saying, this started during the colonial era. The suppression of our chiefdoms opened these discussions or these horrors regarding our tribe. They took away our chiefdoms in 1900s, and this became a problem because it didn't only take our chiefdoms and our lands, it also implanted the division between us and many other tribes that surrounded us. After the colonial era, this became a problem because now there was a rebellion called the Simba Rebellion that started in 1960s in the Democratic Republic of Congo that came targeting us for who we are as the Tutsi community, calling us invaders, calling us many names, as you probably heard from Rwanda, calling us cockroaches. And this rose this hatred against us, and many words that dehumanize us were created. But this intensified in 1996. Part of it was about the division that was created by the colonials, but another big part was created by the refugees who committed the genocide in Rwanda, who fled in Congo in 1994. After arriving in Congo, after committing the genocide in Rwanda, of course, when they got to Congo, they were very surprised to find that the people who just left them in Rwanda are also in the DRC. So what they did is that they continued their genocide, and this intensified the problem, not only to the Banyamulenge people, but also to the Tutsis who are located in North Kivu. Many people died in our communities, and many others are now in refugee camps since 1994. Another problem that became one of the key or the cause of this is the government that did never do anything to protect us or to be able to end these massacres. Instead of doing anything to help us, they actually supported the rebel groups and other tribes who were committing all those atrocities. And these reports can be found on the mapping reports by the UN. And I was also planning to thank the first Dr. Stanton, I think, the president of Genocide Watch, because he has done a very good job at covering our story and also be able to warn about the genocide that's been done to us. So the Banyamulenge genocide is not never spoken about enough, but we have been seeing things that we've never seen in any other genocides. Like in Rwanda, for example, we saw where the perpetrators would grab the women who were pregnant and cut off their stomachs to be able to see how the child of a Tutsi looks like in a stomach. The things like that happen to us many times, where the breasts of women can be cut off. But our genocide went on another level, where we have many experiences and many stories of where we saw people being eaten because of hatred. Not because there's no enough food, just because they want to traumatize us enough. We have so many videos in there to show the level of evil that exists against us, is that they do it in public, they record it and publish it on the internet. Where they grab someone on the street because of this, they butcher him, they barbecue him, and they eat him on the internet. No one has ever been arrested. No one has ever been brought to court with any of those massacres. And all those stories that I've been saying, we have, those are our family members, those are our fathers, and many others. These are the stories we have since the 1960s. As I was saying, since the 1996, we have many stories of government officials inciting the hate, promoting the population to do anything they can to the Tutsi community. If you see them, they're snakes. We even have a minister who is currently working in the Congolese government who said that every Tutsi person is naturally born a killer, which means all of us now, we are killers, which is a term they use often to dehumanize us, which makes it easier for them or justifiable to do what they've been doing. In 1998, the more years come, it becomes even worse. In 1998, they were able to exterminate a whole population of Banyamulenge people in thousands who were living in a province called Katanga. They locked them, that's the government I'm talking about. They locked them in churches and houses and they burned them down. They looted their cows. And the people who did not die from the war, many of them died from famine and also many diseases because of the camps and many things that I know many of you can understand. So there are many other stories that I can tell, but let me share one, the genocide of Gatumba. Maybe some of you who read a lot, these were refugees, our people who fled from Congo. They fled war. They fled to a nearby country called Burundi. When they got there, a genocide against us was perpetrated. They divided us from other tribes that we fled together. They built our own camp. On our end, we didn't know, but they were actually planning to kill us. But because we were mixed, it wouldn't have been easier. So they divided us and they burned people. And what was sad is that the next day, the people who did it, they went on a radio station and bragged about it. That person is still working in the Burundian government to this date. There has never been any court service. We've always advocating for somebody to just bring him in front of the court because we have enough evidence to be able to lock him. But we've never had that opportunity. That's why I started saying that our genocide is worse. Allow me to use that term, but we receive less coverage. But let me jump a little bit over because, as I said, there are so many things to cover and come to the 2017 war. This genocide, the one that the Genocide Watch even warned people about, it started in 2007. This genocide was also prepared by the Congolese government and worked with many rebel groups. As if you have already read a little bit regarding Congo, there are over 120 rebel groups in one country. So the government worked with all rebel groups and also some of them from other countries, and they were able to wage war against us. Over 500,000 of our cows were looted. Over 400 villages of Banyamulenge people were burned down. The reason I say this is because they were only targeting a village of Banyamulenge people. Because we live with other tribes, they would burn one village of Banyamulenge people. When they arrive to the next village who doesn't belong to them, they skip it and burn the next one for the Banyamulenge people. So the matter to this date, 5,000 people have died since 2017. And all those massacres and injustices, that's when we saw even more cases of people being cannibalized in the public was being committed with the government watching, and many people like the minister I mentioned before, that's when they were using those hatred walls and also having meetings to encourage people to do even more. We've never seen justice about that. So that's why I thank you very much for giving us this platform. And we want to be more involved in this kind of stuff so we can be able to share our story. Our story is very sad. And the fact that we are a small community also makes it very hard for us to be able to share our story. We have so many people who have been cannibalized, some of them working in the Congolese government army, like Major Joseph Kamizobe, who was cannibalized just 3 years ago. He was a major in the Congolese army. We have so many names that I can't go into right now. So when we talk about these stories, we appreciate every person who can sit like you are sitting right now and listen to us. There are so many things. That's why we came with these many papers with us, so we can be able to share them with you. And so you can read a little bit about our stories, but also do a research about us so you can understand our issues and maybe be able to help us. We thank you very much for your time.